After I emerged out the door by the old man, the young detective appears from the rear, carrying the backpack they'd taken from me earlier. Ha! You're a mule. A knife. Bit of a tough question. I guess you could say my life. I would say that I'm a pretty good comedian, because that's how you say the word. That wasn't really what I was going for. See, now that's a very short line of text for a really long sentence. Dropping the backpack next to me, the detective lets out a slight sigh. Oh, thanks for looking out here. Pretty heavy, isn't it? Oh, well, in the country. True. I guess that's natural for a policeman. Sorry. The detective smiles wryly. I'm wearing the school uniform. You can see at a glance. Oh, like a costume. He clasped my shoulder as we passed each other. Suddenly you're very nice. With those parting words, he heads back to the police station. Well, guess I don't make a convincing student yet. I'm wearing deep blue slacks and short-sleeved dress shirt, as well as dark red and yellow striped necktie. That sounds really ugly. Excluding my somewhat longish hair, I should be the very image of a student. I guess it's a little difficult turning into something like that all of a sudden. It's probably precisely because of this is difficult that I decided to give it a try. For a while, I myself didn't understand why I'd asked for this, but now I think I have a faint grasp of the reason. I wanted to become something that I couldn't understand, something that I wasn't. At the moment, I've done nothing but smooth down the edges a bit. Perhaps later on, I'll become a student on the inside as well. The sun that had been climbing upward earlier has now finally reached its zenith. The temperature keeps on rising and sweat oozes from my skin. Well, that sounds really gross. I was pretty sure she'd pick me up. Sensing a present, I lower my gaze from the sun. Presents, not present. It's not Santa Claus. My eyes, well accustomed to the high contrast lighting, project a human from this form in a silhouette for only the briefest of moments before the details fade in. His music's great. Oh, hi! A woman raising an awkward salute, grinning broadly, stands before my eyes. Is she a student? Or is she from the organization? She looks very young. Then again, they all look young, don't they? Spare me. What is smear? Spare me. I don't want to see a pose like that outside the workplace. In the first place, what's with that dopey salute? The girls in bikinis and on the maritime SDF's recruitment posters have more impressive form. I don't recall contributing enough to society today to deserve any appreciation. She opens the door of the car stopped next to me. Her. What is my objective? Yeah, true enough. From Mishima Cape Police Station to the National Highway number 133 southbound, we proceed to the prefectural highway and advance further out toward the Cape. This visual novel is a lot different from the from Gogo Nippon. A lot different. The quality is incredible. A range of slowly rotating wind turbines come into view, indicating our proximity to the sea. I did nothing. They were bothering me. I doubt you really thought I was sick. You were trying the police stations first, not hospitals.
あなたのことだからぶっ倒れる前に何とかするとは思ったけど、一応体のこと気遣ってるんだから素直に聞けばいいのに。
Apparently I'm a Sherlock Holmes. Accuracy in weather forecasts and interpersonal communications make society run smoother. Wow, I do not like that line. That makes me sound so snobby and smart. I don't like being smart.
可愛くない。
Exactly! It's like the least adorable. Pouting again, she continues her harangu. I don't know what that is. Harangue.
ここにだって本数は少ないけど電車は通ってるんだから、それで来ればよかったのに歩いてきちゃうんだもん。
It's good exercise.
それも聞いてびっくりしたのよ。ヒマラヤにでも登るような大荷物背負ってるって。
Maybe I was. Sorry, I hate trains.
だからって歩いてくるなんて常識外れよ。どうしたの？黙っちゃって。
Could you not mention this to the other students? I don't want them getting any funny ideas about me from the get-go.
変なのが来たって警戒されるかもね。確かに。
I got enough of that from the police to last me a while.
やっぱり職質受けてたのね。
I answered very appropriately.
はい、着いたわ。ここよ。
Car proceeded about 500 meters along the area of the reclaimed coastal land before she brought it to a stop. So that's what I meant by landfill. I see. As I'm recalling the words of the detective before, the woman continues our conversation with a suddenly cheerful tone.
どう？立派でしょ。この近隣の学校の中では一番新しいのよ。
Very nice. Barely even looks like a school. Although I'd heard it was a new school, its external appearance genuinely isn't what I expected. A three-story building, the pure white color of the outer walls is the only typical school-like element, with every other aspect more closely resembling a city office building. Yeah, it does. There's a heart on the windows. Oh, this is like elementary school? The gates to the right and the left are less evocative of a school gate than a functional fence at some facility. The mounted signboard, likewise, is a utilitarian thing printed in a simple typeface, rather than a hand-drawn work of calligraphy.
これからここがあなたの母校になるのよ。感慨深くない？
If you couldn't tell, I'm not the most excitable. I've only just arrived at this place. If I said I was deeply moved by the sight, it'd be a lie.
恥もそっけもない。人間想像力が大事なのよ。
How are you reading my personality? With an exaggerated sigh, she opens her hand wide in an overblown gesture of a third-rate actor.
新設校だからあまり学校のイメージがないかもしれないけど、学生だってちゃんと普通のいい子たちがいるのよ。だから
I'm going to school soon. No! Okay. She's speaking English. Her rigmarole is abruptly interrupted by the high-pitched shrieks of two girls. It's a cicada. It's just a cicada. I hope she speaks more English. That's funny. I'm not very normal myself, so normal. Could you define that term? Is there a class where we chase each other around brandishing insects?
違うのよ。あの子たちはそのね、わかるでしょ?
Yes. I don't think I do, but it's nice to see that it's a lively school.
でしょ? とりあえず行きましょうか。中に。
Having apparently forgotten what she was planning to do with her outspread hand, she totters through the school gate. Her office is positioned quite near the school building's front entrance. The furniture is nicely arranged, spaced around an old-fashioned desk and chair. In contrast to the incongruity of the building's external appearance, this room is a textbook example of the old-fashioned principal's office.
そこ座って。
Okay. I sit on the genuine leather of the sofa that's one of the room's more prominent furnishings. After waiting for me to settle myself, she lowers herself into the seat across from me.
学園長のTachibana千鶴です。ようこそ美浜学園へ。はじめまして。それともお久しぶりねの方がいいかしら、風見くん。
Probably. I figured I already knew you. On a practical level, nice to meet you might be a better option.
そっか。そうね、確かに。
She has the three mouth. Why? I want to draw whiskers on her. With a slight amused smile, Principal Tachibana takes out a pamphlet.
まあ、あなたのことだからもう概要は知ってるとは思うけど、一応説明はしておくわ。
Okay. She flips past a couple pages on the brochure. I hadn't noticed, but her fingernails are lightly polished. Why does that matter?
ここは学校法人榊学園の運営する私学の学園で、全国から選ばれた学生たちを集めて日々勉学に励んでいるの。
Oh my god, those words bore me.
榊学園の母体は関東一円に私鉄網を持つ東浜急行電鉄グループ。その資金力を持って最高の設備と教職員を揃えているわ。まず
We're in the Kanto? Are there Pikachus? There's a Pokemon joke there somewhere, but I did not pull it off very well, so I'm gonna move on. The principal's talk shifts to more detailed matters. The East Beach Express is an enormous corporate group with its hands in real estate and large-scale retail, but its core business is the management of the rail line connecting Tokyo and Haneda Airport. The EBE's management is shouldered by the Sakaki family, and it seems plausible that this Sakaki Economy Corporation is also administered by them directly, but that's only a guess based on circumstantial evidence. Given the lack of public information on the secretive corporation's activities, or even the existence of the Academy, I haven't gained anything that could be called definitive proof from my investigation so far.
あなたは2年生として学園に入ってもらいます。早速明日のホームルームで転校のことをお知らせするから、それ以降は自由に振る舞って構わないわ。
Can I make a choice? Her fingers come to a stop, bringing her hands gently together. The principal raises her gaze from the pamphlet and meets my eyes.
どう？あなたのお望み通り、普通の学園生活を送るには最適の環境だと思うけど。
Oh, sweet. I guess I'm not normal then. I have a few questions.
どうぞ。
First, today is a weekday, but there was barely anyone on the school grounds. What's going on?
少数精鋭なのよ。学生数はあなたを入れて6人だけなの。
There are only 6 students in this big-ass school? Are you serious? Only 6?
そうよ。
The elite few?
ええ。
That include our friends with the cicada just now?
もちろん。
Question 2. Where am I living from today on?
全寮制なの。後で学生寮の場所を案内します。そこからここに通ってちょうだい。
A dormitory, isn't it?
寮と言っても十分な広さのある個室だから安心よ。
It doesn't need to be spacious. In that case, not a problem.
以上かしら。
Before we finish, one last thing.
はい、どうぞ。
For this last question only, I stared directly into her eyes. I need to confirm the principal's intentions in bringing me here. So, after all said and done, is this a normal school? Obviously, it's not a normal school. The principal closes her mouth. It's not very closed. Nope, that's still not closed. After a moment of silence, she opens it again. Now it's closed. But you totally just said there were elite students, and there are only 6 of us here. That's a very strange normal school. A gentle smile. I'm convinced that she isn't lying to me to further some hidden self-interest.
あなたがあの時に言った希望、ちゃんと覚えているわよ。
What did I ask you back then? I'm a mystery to myself. The principal slowly stands up and walks to the window side. The athletic grounds are visible from the window. Although resembling those of a normal school, the grounds are skirted by an improbably high wall. Is this
普通の学園に入って、普通の学生生活が送りたい。
The mere handful of students, the bizarrely extravagant facilities, the on-campus dormitory, the high wall surrounding it all. The high wall surrounding it all. They clearly indicate abnormality, very clearly.
でもね、あなたも分かってると思うけど、あなた自身の境遇を考えると、ここしか条件に合うところがなかったのよ。
Put me in a normal school? I guess you're right.
私はあくまでも、ここは普通の学園だとあなたに言います。
You emphasizing it over and over again seems very suspicious. The principal turns to face me.
だからあなたも、ここで普通に過ごしてくれればいいわ。何かしてほしいとか、私から言うことはありません。
Then why am I here? Understood.
それじゃ、寮の方へ案内するわ。
With a nod, I rise to my feet. On the grounds outside, a gust of salty sea air kicks up a cloud of sand.